Taking you back in time with a classic from our very, very special guest, Shaun Escoffery, Space Rider. Actually, Shaun performed that on my birthday. Oh, man. So, yeah. How's it hearing that version? Because that's the version that we used to play at the Southport Weekender, Shaun. Do you know what I mean? And that's the one. But you actually performed the different. Was that the album version you performed?
That's the album version.
The other version.
Yeah,
that's the album version. Okay. Came out on Oyster, didn't it?
That's right. Yeah, all them years ago. All those years ago. God.
And that actually preceded Days Like This, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Came out before.
Yeah.
So you got the new album coming.
Mm-hmm.
Is it not tempting, with all the success of Days Like This, to just revisit that and do something a little different? Or like, you know, give Spinner a call and go, DJ Spinner, mate, come on, I need you to just jump on and do a production for me. Is there always that temptation, or is that just too easy? Is that a cop-out?
You know, people have come to and said, you know, I should be doing that. I should do it. You know, or, you know, like an anniversary greatest hits or whatever it is. And I've thought about it, but I've still got too much to give, So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm going to do it.
You're going to do something like that? I'm going to
do something like that, yeah. You know? Even if
because you did the track with M&S, the So Sweet thing.
That's right, yeah, So Sweetly. That was a wicked tune, man.
Mate.
Yeah, that was a good tune.
In a minute.
Yeah, I heard that for years.
I'll play it whilst you're getting yourself ready for the acoustic session. But yeah, because I just thought to myself, even when you did In the Red Room, Evergreen, there was nothing on there. I loved it, don't get me wrong, but it was all soul. It was just like all sort of mid-tempo, down-tempo ballads, you know what I mean? So I was like, where's Days Like This? So you must get that. To
kind of put some house stuff back in there. And do that. I mean, look, I will do a house album. I will definitely do one.
Will you do an entire album?
Just entire album.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I will do that.
Okay. That's fair enough.
I love it.
We was just talking about martial arts off mic. Mm-hmm. We was talking about the boxing. Didn't realise you were such a boxing fan, but you said all combat sports. I didn't know. I didn't know that Lennox Lewis, is this correct, that he invited you to sing the national anthem in Memphis? Yeah. His fight against Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Mate.
Wow.
I'll tell you, mate, I've got some stories about that.
Go on.
But first of all, I mean, when I got the call, I'm not going to lie to you, Ron.
Go on.
I bawled. I was like, my eyes was like, you don't understand, right? This is pre kind of UFC. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I like to think of myself as a boxing connoisseur. Do you know what I mean? My dad was heavy on boxing. Right. You know, so always an event. You know what I mean? Like when Hagler was fighting or Duran, and you know, when you especially the fight with him and Mugabe.
John Mugabe,
that was a
war.
So, you know, so it was always an event, you know, so, you know, and I always dreamt about it, you know, to sing the national anthem, but I always pictured it singing in East London. Do you know what I mean? So picturing East London, you know, whether it was Wembley or whatever. Right. You know, and all my mates in East London would say, yeah, I saw Shaun sing the national anthem. You know, so, but when I got the call, I was absolutely chuffed, I tell you. You know, first class back, but I got a story, right? So, you know, so when I got the call, I was like, right, you know, I've got to go and get a suit. Do you know what I mean? So I went to one of those, you know, the bad boy designer. I'm not going to mention their names, but, you know, got there.
Was he?
I'm not, like I said, I'm not mentioning any names, you know what I mean, right? So anyway, so I got there, I measured up the suit, and the suit was crisp, you know what I mean? But I tried on all these different trousers on. And what happened was, the mistake was that I tried on so many different trousers. Yeah. And so they had to do the alterations and all that stuff. And it came, you know, so I didn't try the suit on afterwards, which was a mistake. So listen, anyone that's listening,
I know where this is going.
All right, yeah, try, listen, all right? So obviously Memphis was really hot, and you know what I mean? So, you know, all I had was shorts and t-shirts and all that kind of stuff, but I had my suit, shoes, everything, you know what I mean? It was looking crisp. Everything was going to be nice. So anyway, so I tried on the trousers when I got to the hotel room on the day.
Oh no.
Yeah, you know what's going to happen?
Too short.
Too short. The trousers was too short. And I was like, you're joking. I mean, it wasn't even like short, like, you know, kind of ankle. It was short. Right? So I couldn't even style it out. Right. So I was like, okay, so what do I do? So the jacket was nice and long, right? So I said, what I do then? I have to kind of wear it kind of like a yardie. Do you know what I mean? And so it's off my... So I've read it off my, like, so it's kind of really low, like a gangster, proper gangster. Yeah. And I'm walking down, who is it? Ian Wright was there, and I was sitting next to Ian Wright. And I remember we had to kind of come out the hotel room and walk to this like kind of red carpeting to jump on the bus. Mate, the embarrassment. But it didn't look bad. Do you know what I mean?
You styled out.
Listen, hey, Hey,
You could have cut it, done like a little Herel thing, innit?
Yeah, exactly. Listen, man, I made it my
roll it
own.
up.
I
Do you know
did
what I
feel
mean?
like a plum, though. Do you know what I mean? It was no one's fault. Do you know what I mean? But my own. But
Okay.
that was a wicked story. I look back and at the time it was agonising,
mate.
but I laughed.
Oh,
Now,
I
mate.
wish I'd have seen a picture of that.
Oh man, I'm glad there's no social media at the time. Mate. Can you imagine?
So did you have to sing the national anthem with that suit on?
Yeah.
Oh,
But and you know what? And again, right? So I was one of those things. I was like, yes, I can't wait. It's going to be filmed. All my boys in East London are going to say, yes, we saw Shaun singing the national. You know what? They didn't film it because Tyson at the time was volatile, right?
Yeah,
so they wouldn't allow us to be in the same ring as him. So we sang before the cameras went on and everything else. I'll tell you what, one of the best things that ever happened to me.
result.
You know what I mean? Because that's millions and millions and millions and millions of people. But yeah, it was an experience. It was a really good experience, man.
Must have been amazing. And Lennox, of course, he was born in Forest Gate.
That's right.
Yeah. So he's
around the corner.
East London boy. And I mean, okay, let's talk about a little bit about musical theatre before we begin the session. So, you are still doing The Lion King.
Yes.
How long is that? Seems like an eternity.
It isn't it? 10.5 years, 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is it the same cast around you?
No, it changed all the time. I mean, the main antagonists, the main characters, the vast majority are there still.
Right.
But yeah, so, and what it is, I think the reason why a lot of us have stayed so long is because they allow us to do other things outside of the theatre, outside of the show. So, so they give us real flexibility because really and truly, I'd go out there and maybe do another show or do whatever. But because they're saying, Shaun, you can do your thing as long as it doesn't interrupt or get in the way. Do you think? So I was like, hey, and I love being there. It's cool. I do love acting.
Mate, that is, it's so nice to hear you say that you love it. What about the big screen? Is there any kind of aspirations to, make that transition between the stage and the big screen? What's the situation there?
Yeah, definitely. But you know what? I haven't finished with the music yet.
Okay.
I feel like I've just kind of put my toe in,
Do you have to finish with it though? Why not do all of it?
Yeah, I'm doing all of it at the moment. Trust me.
I can't fit any more in. I can't fit any more in, Ronnie.
I'm literally treading water right now, trust me.
No, I can imagine actually.
But no, when the opportunity arises, and a few things have kind of come up here and there, so yeah.
But you went into theatre first, or did you go to theatre school?
No.
Didn't go to performing arts school?
No,
I did fall into it then.
I did. I dived into music straight off. So I was in the studio, kind of doing writing things with from the age of 13, 14, 15, 16. And and then I was maybe doing backing vocals for people that I knew, just to kind of get vocal experience and all that stuff. And then what happened was I did a couple of years like a production course, just to kind of do music and production and but songwriting at college. And this thing came up, and I think in the newspaper, and said there's an open audition for Mumble and a Sing, which is Shaka Khan was in it. And I was like, I don't want to do that. My mum was going, because my mum that saw it, she goes, no, you should do it. And I was like, Mum, I don't want to do theatre. Don't do theatre. And so she goes, just have a go. It'd be a good experience, just in open audition, have a go. So I went in there. I sang a couple of songs. I think it's Bridge Over Troubled Water I sang. And they got back to me straight away and said, listen, we're going to offer you a part in the show. I hadn't done any kind of acting experience whatsoever.
Wow.
And I was thinking, okay, what am I doing here? Do you know what I mean? And then, it just kind of happened, rolled from there. An agent saw me in the show, ensemble, signed me up. And then, I've just been jumping from one show to the next. But
you got nominated for a Laurence Olivier Award as well, didn't you?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're obviously good at it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to. I'll try. You know what it is, Ron? I think I put everything into it. You know what I mean? When it comes to performing, you can't kind of come half-hearted at it. Even if you look like a plum. Do you know what I mean? At least you kind of just go, you know what, I'm putting my heart into this. This is what I'm writing. This is what I'm performing. This is what I'm doing. And I think what it is, the audience or the people that are watching it, they're not mugs. No. So you can't come half-hearted. You have to come with your heart on your sleeves, regardless of how you look, and say, look, this is what I'm giving you. Everything. You know what I mean? A performer has to.
You know what grabs me is with musical theatre, it's expressive, it's dramatic, it's big, and obviously you're entertaining a crowd, day in, day out. Every day they're coming to see the same show. People might have seen it 2 or 3 times or whatever. How do you make that change between doing a show? You're going to be doing a show on Friday. Is it going to be tempted to just sort of leap out of stage? I mean, like, you know, because it's going to be a lot more, toned down in terms of how you have to perform.
Yeah.
But it's still a performance.
It's still a performance. It is. I find it more difficult. But at the same time, it still comes from the same place.
Right.
So what it is with my stuff, and I say my stuff, my material, I can tell a story. The whole thing has a thread. And I can tell a story and I can build it and bring it down. But also I can interact with the audience on a personal level. I can have a bit of a laugh, I can have a joke, and I don't take it too serious. The only thing I take serious is performing to them in a pure sense, Other than that, I just want to have a bit of a laugh on stage, have a joke with the fantastic musicians that I'll be sharing the stage with, and just have a laugh. So that's the difference. When theatre is, you can hide behind the character.
All right.
You know what I mean? So, King Mufasa, I can kind of fulfill all my kind of, I don't know, neurotic kind of fantasies of a king, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being stoic and being this thing, and just kind of just chuck my ego out there and have a laugh.
Just get caught in the role.
In a moment.
Yeah.
And also the other thing is that people have paid a lot of money in my performance and in theatre. Do you know what I mean? And I have to respect that. The fact that they're actually coming out to see me. Do you know what I mean? It's especially my live stuff. And they come to see the thing that is The Lion King. I respect that because people work hard. So that's always in the forefront of my mind. Even though I've done it tons and tons of times, it's the first time for somebody. You know what I mean? So it has to be right.
Something has just jumped out of me. Black belt in karate or martial arts. Been doing Lion King for like how many years? One of the biggest records in soulful house music as an anthem. You were one of those people that was good at everything at school, wasn't you? Just annoyingly good at everything at school.
I wasn't. I wasn't at all.
Really?
No, I think I learned from a young age that if you want anything done, and if you want to be good at anything, and I mean we hear it all the time, the cliche.
Yeah.
But I learned that when I got results, I tell this to my daughter all the time. Yeah. If you want positive results, you have to work hard. There's just no way around it. So, even when I don't feel like doing it and I don't feel like doing most things most of the times, I kind of just go, you know what, Shaun, come on, let's do this. You're going to get a certain result at the end of it.
Right.
And I don't want to let myself down either.
Well, you're not letting anyone else down. I want to come and see The Lion King. I've not had the pleasure of seeing it yet, but I really need to. And obviously, we're both kind of busy, but I will make I need to this year come and see you. You know what I mean? So listen, congratulations on everything you're doing.
Thank you.
You're going to perform for us. We're going to play a track, The Healing, which was another track that we played off of the album Book One, was it? In the Red Room, was that? Or was that off of Evergreen?
Evergreen.
That was off of Evergreen, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Healing. Right, okay. So we're going to play that whilst you get yourself ready. We'll have a little break and then we'll come back. The wonderful Shaun Escoffery live on Drive sessions, our very first acoustic performance. And Shaun's going to perform something brand spanking new from a forthcoming album as well. So make sure you stick around, my soul family. If I can reach over here and press that button. Remember this?
Yes, I do.
Great record. Shaun, I'll leave you to get yourself ready.
Thank you.
Stick around, my soul family, because up next, Shaun Escoffery live on Drive.